Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the middle part of January 2017. Glad you're logged on and watching. Well, once again, it's all hoops, except for one important event that's coming up pretty soon in Duncanville. And let's hear about that and then go to the hoops. This Thursday night at the Hilton Garden Inn, the City of Duncanville and the Duncanville Chamber of Commerce will host the annual Celebrate Duncanville event, at which Mayor David Green will give his State of the City message, and the Chamber will present their 4 or 5 annual awards, and the Man and the Woman of the Year will be presented. Again, it's this Thursday at the Hilton Garden Inn. Social hour begins at 6, dinner's at 7, followed by the program and awards. It's $50 each, or a table of 8 is $4.50. Check with Steve or Hilda at the Chamber. Call 972-780-4990 or email stevem@duncanvillechamber.org. Hope to see you there.
Hi, I'm Sharon Smith. I've lived in Duncanville all my life, and I've had the privilege of following basketball program here. I love it. It's wonderful, and I hope you come a lot too. I coached at Reed Middle School for 31 years, and it's just been a great time. And if you're missing it, you're missing a lot by not coming and watching the boys and girls both play. And come on down, because I'm ready for some hoops.
Hoops? Did you say hoops? We gotcha hoops. Right here in the Hoops Corner on Duncanville Weekly News, with all the highlights from the latest Duncanville Panther and Pantherette basketball games and a peek at upcoming games. The Hoops Corner is brought to you by
Jane's Memorial Chapel, your home-owned and operated funeral home celebrating life, honoring families, and serving you in your time of need.
Leon Miller Commercial Real Estate Properties on Main Street. Need some space? Call Leon at 972-709-7181.
Glow Family Dental, right here in Duncanville on Wheatland, right by the tracks.
By the Wolverton Company, serving Duncanville's heating and cooling needs for longer than anybody can remember. 972-296-COOL. And now, in the Hoops Corner, here's John with all the Hoops highlights.
Hello, Duncanville basketball fans, and welcome back to the Hoops Corner, where both the Panthers and the Pantherettes are right in the middle of their District 7 6A action. So let's get right to the 4 games that each of them had in the last couple of weeks, and let's start this week with the Panthers. The Panthers return to District 7 6A action Tuesday night, hosting the Cedar Hill Longhorns, another highly ranked team, and the crowd included some heavyweights and or past Panther greats, coaches, and players, along with Margaret. Jacoby opens the scoring, stealing and making a snowbird. Then Eric hits a smooth, long 2-point shot. But for every point the Panthers were scoring, the Longhorns were scoring 3, and the Panthers trail by 9 midway through the first quarter. Miles hits a 3-point hoop to halt the Longhorns' 7-point run. Ty makes a nice drive and bucket down the lane. But after one, the Longhorns lead by 16 points. In a second, Miles drives but kicks back to Chris Davis, who cans it. Ahmad goes high off the glass for this hoop. Dex comes to the party with a goal from behind that arc on the floor as the Panthers play catch up. And then Ty takes the lane for two. But the Longhorns answer with a dunk late in the half. Then Dex closes things out, hitting a three-point shot. And at the half, the Panthers have cut the Longhorn lead to 6 points. In the third, Dex is still rolling. He hits a three-point shot to keep things close. And then Miles scores on a break. Jacoby cuts the deficit to 4 points with this driving hoop. Free throws tied the game at 45 with a couple of minutes left in the third quarter, but Cedar Hill scored the last 11 points to lead by 11. Miles scores on a break in the fourth quarter, and then Ty drives the lane for two more. When Miles hits this three-point shot, the Longhorn lead is cut to 7 with 3 minutes left. Did you see them earlier? It's Margaret Thomas, David Sykes, Superintendent Mark Smith, Phil McNeely, and Greg Ostertag, and Rob McQuaid. And they see Gerald Bowie score on a break. And Dex from downtown. The Longhorns hit their free throws down the stretch. And then Ty hits a shot at the buzzer, but it was a little too late as the Longhorns win 71-66. Ty had 18, Dex scored 16, Miles 15 as the Panthers dropped to 1-1 in District 7 6A play. Then Saturday, after a 20-hour weather delay, the Panthers hosted the Irving Nimitz Vikings, and Jacoby is rolling early as he scores on this drive and draws a foul. Then he does it on the left side with the left hand and draws another foul. Dex nails a three-point hoop and then pops a 16-foot shot for a double-digit lead early. Douglas takes a pass over the rim from Miles and scores. And it's 16-6 Panthers after one. In the second, Ty is surrounded, so gets it out to Jacoby, who hits a rainbow. Ty is Mr. Assist as he spots Eric down low for two. Clarence Taylor dishes to Gerald Bowie, and he avoids the flop and scores. And at the half, it's 25-20 Panthers. In the third, Miles dribbles behind the back to get a running bank shot. And then 2.5 minutes into the third, the Vikings tied it. But Jacoby regains the lead with this left-handed, well-defended layup. Miles hits a much-needed three-point shot as the Panthers build a small lead. Jacoby drives, dishes to Ahmad for the hoop. And after three, the Panthers have regained a 7-point lead. With Terrell Hervey at point guard, he feeds Dex, who hits the longest of 2-point shots from the top. And then Chris Davis takes it home for a double-digit lead. Dex, rainbow. And then Jordan gets a late game basket, as does Stephen Quinn. In a game that was a lot closer than the final score would indicate, the Panthers win 62-40. Jacoby had 18 points, Miles 11, and Dex scored 10 as the Panthers up their season record to 15-5, and they're 2-1 in District 7 6A play. Then Tuesday evening, it was over to South Grand Prairie to play where things are never easy. Early on, Jacoby drives and dishes to Dex, who hits a 17-foot shot. Then Dex hits a three-point shot. Wow, I'm glad Dex didn't miss the bus as he nails another three-point goal. Eric takes the baseline and kicks out to Dex, who drives the lane for two and one. And after one, it's 20-14 Panthers. In the second, guess who? Dex hits another three-point shot. Then on a break, Jacoby forces the shot, but Miles is there to clean it up. Just before Dex, that's right, hits another shot from behind that arc on the floor. And Miles follows suit as the Panthers up their lead to 10 at the half. Guess who leads things off in the third quarter? Yep, Dex, who snares a loose ball and hits a 17-foot shot. And then Ty scores on a break. Then he beats his man for two more. And after three, the Panthers cling to a 5-point lead. This Warrior free throw, a little over a minute into the fourth quarter, gave South Grand Prairie their first lead. But this 2-1 by Ty took the lead back for good. Want to see a scramble? Check this out. And Jacoby is the beneficiary. Miles scores on a break. And then it's Jacoby's turn. Oh, Dex, he's still around as he takes a nice pass from Miles for a basket. Usually the worst officials call of the season happens in South Grand Prairie. Here it is this year so far as Ty gets shoved down by his defender and then gets called for a foul when he didn't even touch the man as he went by him, as nothing of interest happened after that. Final, Panthers 69 and the Warriors 59. Dex had 21, Ty and Miles had 16, and Jacoby had 11 in a balanced scoring game. Then Friday night, to the largest crowd of the season, the DeSoto Eagles were in town in the most questionable officiated games in a while, and the Panthers and played those Eagles and Coach Chris Dyer, and it was a minute and a half into the game before Dex drive, and his shot goes in the basket as a foul is called for blocking. But they gave him the basket and the free throw. It makes it 3-0 Panthers. Dex drives again, and when his shot is blocked, Jordan snares it and scores. Check out this pass from Ty to Miles for a fast break basket. And then Terrell leads a late quarter break and slings it to Miles for the hoop. And after one, the Panthers lead 17-9. In the second, Miles drives and dishes to Chris for the Panthers' first score of the second quarter with only 2.5 minutes left. Then Jacoby drives and makes a short pass to Ty. who makes an even shorter pass back to him for the basket. And at the half, we're tied at 22 apiece. In the third, on an inbounds play, the Eagles are asleep, and Dex makes them pay. Ty hits a long two-point shot. And Miles scores on a break. And leading to the fourth, it's 36-30, Panthers. Then in the last quarter, Ty just takes it to the house. There's under a minute left, and the Panthers trail by 2 and have the ball on the inbounds play, and Ty gets fouled. And he steps up and calmly hits 2 free throws to tie the game at 43. So the Eagles try to hold for the last shot, but Terrell fouls when he tries to steal. The Eagle makes the first free throw, but when he misses the second, Dex rebounds, and of course there's a timeout. So down by 1, Jacoby drives and dishes to Chris, who scores, but wait, a whistle. They finally decided that Chris was fouled, but before the shot. So he's got a 1-and-1. And he hits the first one. It's not a nothing but net shot, but it goes down. But his second shot was nothing but net to put the Panthers up by 1. 5 seconds left. The Soto guard loses the ball out of bounds, trying to go down court, and Coach Dyer tells his troops to foul somebody. And they pick the right guy, Ty, as he hits both for a 3-point lead. With 2 seconds left, the DeSoto desperation shot is no good. And so for the first time in 10 years, 15 games, 4 coaches, the Panthers beat the Eagles. Final score, Panthers 47 and DeSoto 44. George Bush was president the last time the Panthers beat the Eagles. Ty had 16, Jacoby 11, as the Panthers are 4-1 in District 7 6A play.
With 5 games now under their belt in District 7 6A, here are the standings.
Cedar Hill is undefeated in the district so far at 5-0. The Panthers and South Grand Prairie are 4-1, although the Panthers have beaten South Grand Prairie. DeSoto 3-2, MacArthur 2-3, Irving and Grand Prairie are 1-4, and Irving Nimitz is yet to win a district game.
The Pantherettes also played those same 4 teams, and here's how they did.
So on Tuesday night, the first Tuesday night in 2017, the Pantherettes hosted the Cedar Hill Lady Longhorns, the other undefeated team in District 7 6A play. Kind of a slow start offensively, as this rebound and score by Lorraine opened the Pantherettes scoring a minute and a half into the game. Her third basket in a row was made following her shot. Nia almost gets her arms knocked off as she hits a 16-foot shot, and they call the foul. Then Zay drives the lane for 2 and 1. Kyla drives and makes a pass off of the backboard to Lorraine for 2 more. And after 1, it's 14-8, Pantherettes. In the second, Nina makes the good pass to Zay on a break for 2. Chris scores in the post. Naya knocks down a 3-point shot. And at the half, it's still a ball game with the Pantherettes leading 29-24. Hadn't heard a lot from Zay tonight, but are fixing to as she opens the second half with a rainbow from the near corner. Tierra gets it to Lorraine for an easy hoop. When Chrisman is triple teamed, she dishes to Tierra, who hits the short shot in the lane. Then Naya pops a 15.5-foot shot just before Zay scores on a break. Chrisman gets it to Hannah, who hits the jump hook, as the Pantherettes are building a double-digit lead. Naya again. 3. And after 3, it's 51-36 Pantherettes. Nina gets it to Chrisman, and she curls it home. And then Zay drives for 2. And 1. Then she stops and pops. Final, Pantherette 64 and Cedar Hill 45. Zay had 22, Lorraine 18, and Naya scored 13. As the Pantherettes now the only District 7-6A undefeated team. This game was pushed back to Saturday afternoon due to some snowy, sleety, haily weather Friday evening, and the Irving Nimitz Lady Vikings were here, and this one went as expected. The Pantherettes took the tip, and it's Zay to Nina to Lorraine for an 8-second possession basket. On a break, Nina leads Zay just right for the hoop. And then Zay nails a 3-point shot, as she would have the best scoring game of a Pantherette in many years. On an inbounds play, Lorraine hits a jump hook. And then Zay steals on the press and scores. And it's shades of Grand Prairie here, if you know what I mean. Naya pops a short baseline shot. And after the Lady Vikings get on the scoreboard, Kyla scores on a break. Then Hannah scores in the post and draws the foul. And after 1, it's 29-9 Pantherettes. In the second, Chrisland tips the ball out to Nina, who hits the short shot in the lane. And then Zay gets a couple of fast breaks hoops. About midway through the second quarter, senior Tay Davis makes her first appearance in a game after recovering from a knee injury, to the pleasure of the team and fans. It's Tierra to Tay to Lamaya for 2. And at the half, it's 58-11 Pantherettes. Usually this is done at the Sandra Meadows Classic, but due to circumstances, it was delayed until halftime today.
The 2016 Superfan Award goes to Mr. Peter Eck.
Steve Martin, the tournament director, presented Peter Eck with the 2016 Super Supporter. Congratulations, Peter Eck. If you go to a Pantherette game, no matter when or where, and Peter's not there, something's wrong. Congratulations again. Almost a minute into the third quarter, Zay takes a short pass from Lorraine for 2, and then again with Nina. Good pass. Then again on a break, as Zay is on fire. Then again on another break, but the string is stopped when Naya gets in the act, and midway through the third, it's a 63-point lead. Tierra makes the good pass into Hannah for 2. And Lamaya takes it to the house from midcourt.
Then a special score from Tay. A rainbow for her first points of the season. And after 3, it's 83-13 Pantherettes. The answer to your question is no up until now. And they did, during the fourth quarter, have a mercy clock. That is, they just let it run no matter what. And Kyla hits a 3-point shot to open the quarter, and then the clock runs continuously as Tay inbounds to Hannah for the basket. And then Tierra gets on the board with this rebound and hoop. It took 8 minutes to play the fourth quarter. Final, Pantherettes 92 and Irving Nimitz 15. Zays had 34 points. Hannah 14, Lorraine 12, and Naya 10 as the Pantherettes win their 23rd game of the season. Tuesday evening, it was the hop, skip, and a jump up to South Grand Prairie to meet the Lady Warriors. Always a tough game. Zay misses, but it's tipped in by Loren, who kicks it out to Nina, who nails a long 2-point shot. And returning the favor, Nina passes to Loren in the post for 2. Zay has one defender to beat and does for the layup. Then Nia hits another long 2-point shot. And when Zay gets trapped, she gets it over to Nia, who is behind that arc on the floor this time. And she nails it. Let's do that again. Zay to Nia. 3. And after 1, it's 19-12 Pantherettes. Naya hits a 3-point shot early in the second. And then Kyla drives the lane and dishes to Hannah, camped under the basket for a jump hook. Oop. On an inbounds play, Naya passes into Lorraine for the left side layup. South Grand Prairie hosts for the final shot of the half, but look what happens. Nina grabs the rebound on a bounce and hits it at the buzzer. And at the half, it's 39-25 Pantherettes. Zay opens the third with a drive through the lane for 2. And then Nina snares a loose ball and takes it home. Kristen takes a nice pass from Kyla and scores in traffic. Zay is stopped, so she finds Nina down the lane. And when she misses, Zay is there to tap it in. And after 3, it's a 54-32 Pantherette lead. In the fourth, Nina is ahead of the pack and makes a nice move to score. And then Zay hits a 17.5-foot shot. And after a bunch of free throws, it's over. Pantherettes 67 and the Lady Warriors 46. Naya had 17. Lorraine 15, and Zay scored 12, and Nina and Hannah had 10 apiece in a very balanced scoring attack. Then on Friday night, the DeSoto Lady Eagles were over here, and that usually means the largest crowd of the season. Pantherettes did not win the tip, but they promptly stole the ball and got it to Nina for the left-handed layup to put the Pantherettes ahead for good. Starr is back and steals and scores. Then, when trapped, gets it to Naya in the corner for a rainbow. Lorraine scores in the post. And then Zay gets it ahead to Kyla, who takes it to the house. Zay makes a good hesitation move. and scores. And after one, it's 15-6, Pantherettes. In the second, Naya hits a shot from behind that arc on the floor. And then it's Nita up to Star for another layup. Tierra hits a smooth baseline shot. And at the half, it's 26-17 Pantherettes. It's Naya to Star to Zay for two. Zay again from just inside that arc. And then Zay drives the baseline and feeds Star for the basket. As the Pantherettes are pulling away. Star again on an inbounds pass from Kyla. And then Kyla passes inbounds to Lorraine for two more. And after three, it's 46-28 Pantherettes. The Pantherettes scored only 6 points in the fourth, mostly free throws as Nina and Zay hit some. Final, Pantherettes 52 and DeSoto 43. Zay had 12. Naya and Star had 10 apiece as the Pantherettes go 25-2 on the season.
The girls now in District 7-6A are midway through their schedule, and here are the standings.
The first round is over, and the Pantherettes are, of course, the only undefeated team. Cedar Hill, who lost only to the Pantherettes, are 6-1. MacArthur is 4-3, along with South Grand Prairie and DeSoto. Going to be a battle there for the last playoff spots. Irving is 2-5. Nimitz is 1-6, and Grand Prairie is 0-7 because they hadn't played any more games.
The next couple of weeks, the Panthers and Pantherettes, of course, have district doubleheaders, and here's the upcoming. On Tuesday, the 17th, the teams will be at MacArthur. And then on Friday, the 20th, the Grand Prairie teams will be here, and the Pantherettes are looking forward to that game. Then on Tuesday, the 24th, the Irving Tigers and Lady Tigers will be in town. And then Friday, the 27th, the teams will be at Cedar Hill for always a big doubleheader. Remember, during district, the Pantherettes play at 6, and the Panthers play at 7:30-ish. We'll be back on January the 31st, on or before, with highlights of those 4 games and more. As we close, let's see the Hi-Hats as they performed at halftime of one of the recent games, and we'll see you January 31st.